get this puppy started. Okay. And that was for everyone on Facebook. YouTube has now joined us. So for all the people on YouTube, hello. Let's do the introductions again. Computers make everything easier except when they don't. We're coming to you live and direct from scenic Raymond, New Hampshire. We've got some wild blueberries on the table back there. They're delicious. So we've got Gail Finn, our secretary, Jeff Keller, who's on the board, Jamie Bishop, who's on the board. She's our volunteer and logistics coordinator. And I'm Chris Madden, the president. Nick Noble, our treasurer, will be joining us momentarily. And we're going to get started with, as is appropriate for these things, an outward bound capstan shanty with New Hampshire roots. So this song started as a Gold Rush ballad from the first professional performing group in the United States, the Hutchinson Family Singers, and from Jaffrey, New Hampshire. And they wrote a song that got cross-pollinated with a popular melody of the day and turned into a capstan shanty that sailors would use to raise the anchor when going around the Horn. Around Cape Horn we all must go, hoo-dah, hoo-dah. Around Cape Horn through the frost and snow, oh, hoo-dah, hey, and it's blow, boys, blow for California, oh. There's plenty of gold, so I've been told, on the banks of the Sacramento. 91 days to Frisco Bay, hoo-dah, hoo-dah. 91 days is a bloody long way, oh, hoo-dah, hey, and it's blow, boys, blow for California. There's plenty of gold, so I've been told, on the banks of the Sacramento. Santander Jim was a mate from hell, hoo-dah, hoo-dah. Fists of iron that rang like a bell, oh, hoo-dah, hey, and it's blow, boys, blow for California. There's plenty of gold, so I've been told, on the banks of the Sacramento. When we get to the Frisco docks, hoo-dah, hoo-dah. The pretty young girls come down in flocks, oh, hoo-dah, hey, and it's blow, boys, blow for California. There's plenty of gold, so I've been told, on the banks of the Sacramento. So sing and heave and sing, hoo-dah, hoo-dah. Heave and make your handspikes ring, oh, hoo-dah, hey, and it's blow, boys, blow for California. There's plenty of gold, so I've been told, on the banks of the Sacramento. It's breast your bars and bend your backs, hoo-dah, hoo-dah. Heave and make your spirits crack, oh, hoo-dah, hey, and it's blow, boys, blow for California. There's plenty of gold, so I've been told, on the banks of the Sacramento. Fast heaving. All right. Woo-hoo. Now we are at sea, or we will be after a few more beers.
We are at sea, and we are raising funds for this year's Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, which will, for the first time in how many years, Chris?
This will be the first time in 3 years
that we've had live in person in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And we are members of the board, some hardworking folks who have done a great job. Huh? I know.
You missed the intros.
I know, but I'm commending them because I do far less work than anybody else. But it's great. And how do we find the link for them to give?
That is a good question. Go to pmffest.org, and I will do my best to put that into the various chats that people might be watching on. And welcome. We've got a dozen people on YouTube. We've got a bunch of people on Facebook, and I have no idea how to tell how many. Let me...
PMFFest.org, and that will give you the link to donate. And I have a special announcement to make, and that is we have a wonderful supporter of the festival who has presented a matching challenge to people who give today, up to $2,000. Any amount you give will be matched. So if you give $50, it turns into $100. And all the way up to $2,000, a matching gift, particularly for the first hour or two of our fundraising concert today. So again, PMFFest.org to donate, and your gift will be matched. We got another song, Jamie? You got a song?
Sure. Here we go. Let's see, this is one everybody knows. And I'm dying to sing together, so.
Yay!
Let's Johnny Come Down to High-Low.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I've never seen a like since I've been born on Arkansas farm with the sea boots on. And
Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
So
Wake her, shake her, yeah, wake that gal with the blue dress on. Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
Jenny's in the garden picking peas. Her hair on her head grows down to her knees.
Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
So
Wake her, shake her, wake that gal with the blue dress on. Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
Well, I got a gal across the sea. She's a baby and beauty, and she says to me,
Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
So
Wake her, shake her, wake that gal with the blue dress on. Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
my wife died in Tennessee. They sent her jawbone back to me.
Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
So wake her,
shake her, wake that gal with the blue dress on. Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
I set that jawbone on the fence. I ain't heard nothing but the jawbone since.
Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
So wake her,
shake her, wake that gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
So hand me down my walking cane. I'm off to see my sweetheart Jane.
Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
So wake her,
shake her, wake that gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
So wake her,
shake her, wake that gal with the blue dress on. Johnny come down to high-low, poor old man.
Woohoo! There we go.
All right, so I gotta interrupt a little bit. The Facebook feed was coming in but not going out. We are now actually live on Facebook, so hello, Facebook.
Hello, Facebook.
Introductions
We made it.
again. This is the third round because we don't know what we're doing. No, that's not true. This is just our first time doing a concert on multiple streams like this, and it's always fun figuring it out. Nick Noble, our treasurer. Gail
Hi.
Chan, our secretary.
Woo!
Jamie Bishop, our volunteer and logistics coordinator. Jeff Keller, our board member. And I'm Chris Madden, the president. And
Tommy's here somewhere.
it's time for Nick to sing us a song. Oh, and Tommy. Hi, Tommy. He's hiding.
He's our
Tommy's the puppy
mascot.
is hiding, yes.
And it's time for Nick to sing us a song.
It's time. I since we're on YouTube for the first time now, right? Or Facebook.
Oh, yes,
for the first
Facebook.
time.
Facebook.
I want to let
This is a
folks know that we
fundraiser.
are happily taking your donations to support the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, going live and in person in September for the first time in 3 years. And we have a matching gift challenge. So anything you give now, we matched. You give a gift of $100, it becomes $200. Wonderful match. And so we're hoping that you can make that work. You go to PMFFest.org, PMFFest.org, and donate to support the festival. All right. Oh, the rain, it rains the whole day long. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley. And them northern winds blow heavy and strong. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my hero. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my hero. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Oh, the anchor's weighed and the rags is set. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley. And those Liverpool gals we'll shan't forget. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my hero. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my hero. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Oh, we're outward bound for the Bengal Bay. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley. Put a bending your back, it's a hell of a way. Old Riley-O has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear-o. Old Riley-O, old Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear-o. Old Riley-O has gone away. Cheer up, Mary Ellen, don't you look so glum. Old Riley-O, old Riley. Come White Stocking Day, you'll be drinking hot rum. Old Riley-O has gone away. Goodbye, my sweetheart. Goodbye, my dear-o. Old Riley-O, old Riley. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear-o. Old Riley-O has gone away. Woo! We have our first gift, too. We have our first donation. Thank you very much. We'll be following that up. PMFFest.org to contribute to support the 2022 Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. Jeff, what do you got for us?
Not Gail.
Not Gail?
Hi, Gail.
Oh, Gail's hiding back. Gail! Gail's turn.
I want to give a quick shout out to people who've joined us online. Some of our Shanty Sing regulars. Hello, Lori, and hello, Benoit. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
And thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Comment if you want to shout out. Give us a comment in YouTube or Facebook, and we'll say hi.
Connemara Cradle song.
Oh yeah.
Machine song. On the wings of the wind, oh, the dark rolling deep, angels are coming to watch o'er thy sleep. Angels are coming to watch over thee. So list to the wind coming over the sea. Hear the wind blow, hear the wind blow. Lean your head over and hear the wind blow. O winds of the night, may your fury be crossed. May no one who's dear to our island be lost. Blow the winds gently, calm be the foam. Shine the light brightly to guide them back home. Hear the wind blow, hear the wind blow. Lean your head over and hear the wind blow. The currents are sailing way out on the blue, laden with herring of silvery hue. Silver the herring and silver the sea, and soon there'll be silver for baby and me. Hear the wind blow, hear the wind blow. Lean your head over and hear the wind blow. The currachs tomorrow will stand on the shore, and Daddy goes sailing, a-sailing no more. The nets they'll be drying, the nets heaven plans, and safe in my arms, dear, contented he'll rest. Hear the wind blow, Hear the wind blow, lean your head over, and hear the wind blow.
Lovely.
What a pretty song.
We have a second donation. Things are coming in.
Oh, there we go.
Thank
There
you.
we go. Thank you.
Remember, your donations are matched.
We're so excited about our upcoming festival. We've got.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. We have Vienna Carroll and Cliff Haslam and David Coffin.
Yes.
And who do we have?
Don Sinetti, Heather Wood,
Thank you.
Mary Garvey, Rick and Donna Nestler, the Skylark Trad Band. All right.
Yeah.
My
London
old
Julie
boss.
and Friends, Mudhook and the Porterman.
Yeah.
That's
gonna
in
be a good
Portsmouth, New
time.
It's going
Hampshire.
to be a good time.
Portsmouth,
So-
New Hampshire, the last full weekend of September.
Come join us, September 24th, September 25th. Join us in Portsmouth if you can. If you can't, we will be streaming part of the festival online. And I think we can announce. Can we announce that we've got some online content
Yes,
as well?
please do. Please do.
So
yes.
we're really excited. We've got Lynn Phipps will be joining us later at this concert. Is managing an online exclusive content sidecar for the festival with Bob Zentz, Sarah
I love Bob
Banley,
Zentz.
and a few other presenters. And hello,
But not them, we hope.
yes, there will not be motorcycles in Market Square on Sunday at the festival. So, or at least not parking there. So, this is the joy of outside performance.
So,
all right, what do you got for us, Jeff?
All right.
Now it's
Here's one I learned from John Maybury of Toronto. I believe Frank Warner collected 3 verses and John added 3, and I'll leave it as an exercise to figure out which is which. I courted a girl in Albany, and one in Montreal, and one in Philadelphia, but the best in Lewiston Falls. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys that fear no noise, although we're far from home. When you get to Albany, give the girls a call, but they're not at all to be compared with the girls in Lewiston Falls. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys that fear no noise, although we're far from home. When first I came from Ireland, I was but a lad. Working these canal boats is the only life I've had. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys that fear no noise, although we're far from home. $1 in a tavern is very easy spent, but if I was back in Ireland, I'd have to pay down rent. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys that fear no noise, although we're far from home. Amsterdam and Liverpool, Rome and Syracuse. If you'd ever been to Lewiston Falls, it's the only place you'd choose. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys that fear no noise, although we're far from home. The drunkard's in the tavern, the fish is in the sea, the cork is in the bottle, but the whiskey is in me. So shove around the jug, me boys, chorus around the room. We're the boys that fear no noise, although we're far from home.
Woo! Well done,
Nice.
Jeff.
Love that
Thank you.
one.
Shove
I love
around
that
the
one,
jug.
too.
Nice.
It's a great song. We've got a couple. I want to thank Lori and Terry and Linda for their gifts so far.
Awesome. And
I want to thank
Linda
Ellen
and
for
Terry
her
checked
support.
in online too. Hi.
Ellen for her support as well. Remember that your gifts are matched, folks. So if you give $20, it becomes $40. You give $500, it becomes $1,000. Go to PMFFest.org. That's PMFFEST.org to make a donation to keep us moving along here as we're bringing you for the first time in 3 years a live in-person Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, September 24 and 25. Is that correct?
24th and 25th, yes.
In Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
And remember, nearly all that money goes to the performers. We have some incidental stuff. We've got some, web hosting. We've got to pay for insurance. We've got to pay for programs and
a couple of rentals,
and flyers and things like that. But nearly all of the money goes to pay the artists that we're bringing to perform. And we're quite proud of the fact that when we did a virtual festival last year, we still paid the artists the full scale that we would normally pay to help them through these rough times.
And I'd like to remind everybody that this festival is entirely run on volunteers, and it is absolutely free to the public.
Yes.
That means it doesn't cost anything to go.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, that's what it means, yeah. Would it be different if the fish were in, the drunks were in the fish were in the tavern, the drunks were in the sea? Would that be a little different?
I've seen drunks in a duck pond at a different music festival, but that's another
fish
story.
Fish are fried, they could be in the tavern. That's true. Chris, what do you have?
All right, let's try some vocal harmony. Are we all good enough on to do Lovely Nancy that we can just fake it?
We can fake it, yeah.
All right,
yeah.
So what we normally do is we fake it.
So this is you're getting the real session experience here. Most of us practiced, on our own, but we haven't practiced these songs together in this combination. So this is the kind of thing that you'll see at the Open Shanty Sing at the festival. Adieu, sweet, lovely Nancy, 10,000 times adieu. I am going across the ocean, love, to seek for something new. Come change your ring with me, dear girl, come change your ring with me. That it might be a token of true love while I am on the sea. While I am far across the sea, you'll know not where I am. Kind letters I will write to you from every foreign land. The secrets of your heart, dear girl, are the best of my goodwill. So let my body be where it might, my heart is with you still. There's a heavy storm arising, see how it gathers round. While we poor souls on the ocean wide are fighting for the crown. There's nothing to protect us, love, nor to keep us from the cold. On the ocean wide where we must fight like jolly seamen bold. There are tinkers, tailors, and shoemakers lie snoring fast asleep. While we poor souls on the ocean wide are plowing through the deep. Our officers commanded us, and them we must obey, expecting every moment for to be cast away. But when the wars are over, there'll be peace on every shore. We'll return to our wives and our families and the girls that we adore. We'll call for liquor merrily and spend our money free. But when our money it is all gone, we will boldly go to sea.
All right.
Ooh.
Nice. Thank you.
I love that. We have more gifts. I want to thank Bill and Carol and Katrina for their gifts.
Yay.
This is great. Katrina's a regular listener on my radio show, and so things are going there as well. Again, PMFFEST.org, PMFFest.org. Contribute to this. It's wonderful. We've got lot of venues in Portsmouth on the 24th, 25th. Market Square, of course, the Moffat Ladd House, Vaughan Mall, John Langdon House, John Paul Jones House, the African Burying Ground, and of course the Methodist Church for our Saturday evening big concert featuring Cliff Haslam, David Coffin, and Vienna Carroll.
I'd like to mention that all of our venues during the daytime are outdoors.
Yes.
Yeah, the only indoor venue is the concert in the evening.
The concert in the
Which
evening.
will be very well ventilated and proof of vax required. We're going to be limiting attendance, so stay tuned for details about that.
Yes.
Oh, this is fun. How's everybody out there doing, by the way?
Lori says we sound great.
Oh, thank you, Lori.
Thank you.
So, thank you. That's very kind of you. I'm glad to know that the sound is actually getting out. That's important too.
That's important. You got something there, Jamie Bishop?
Sure. How about, I haven't sung this in a long time. How about Mobile Bay?
How about Mobile Bay? What about it?
Mobile? I wish I was in Mobile Bay, screwing cotton all the day. I'm stowing sugar in the hole below, 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 below. Hey ho, below, below, I'm stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, I'm stowing sugar in the hole below. The J.M. White, she's a new boat. Stem to stern, she's mighty fine. She beats any boat on the Orleans line, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, I'm stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. The engineer yells through his trumpet, gives the firemen bad news. They can't make a steam for the fire and the flue, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, I'm stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, I'm stowing sugar in the hole below. The captain's on the quarterdeck, scratching away at his own neck. He hollers, heave the larboard, let him show sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, I'm stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Well, I got a girl, her name is Hannah, lives way down in Louisiana. She stamps her feet when she plays piano, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, I'm stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, I'm stowing sugar in the hole below. Hey ho, below, below, I'm stowing sugar in the hole below.
Nice.
There you go.
Stowing sugar in the hold.
There you go.
That's great. We're keeping the
Mobile
music.
Bay.
Mobile Bay.
Yeah.
Not like my gas cartridge is also Mobile. That's Mobile. Sorry. We are here raising money for the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, live for the first time in 3 years, September 24, 25, and in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, hence the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival.
Portsmouth, right, yes.
And that's where it is. And thank you for those who've contributed so far. It's your contributions that make this possible for you and for us to bring you the music. We are members of the board of the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, all volunteers, and we're bringing you this concert. I got a song.
Oh, good.
This is a song that one of my favorite Portsmouth session guys, you all know Don, loves to sing with me, and or I love to sing with him. I sing not the words you find in the campfire songbooks, or when Pete Seeger sang it, he cleaned it up a little bit. The lighthouse keeper and the woman of the deep were not married. So I sing the proper song.
Are you going to
Children, close your ears.
There's no strong language. Just sort of serious nautical implication. Is that fair enough? Nautical. Is that, yes?
How do you spell that?
Nautical. Yeah. Oh, my father was the keeper of the Eddystone Light. He slept with a mermaid one fine night. From this union there came three, a porpoise, a porgy, and the other was me. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for a life on the rolling sea. One night as I was a-trimmin' of the glim, a-singin' a verse of the evening hymn, a voice from starboard shouted, ahoy! And there was me mother sittin' on a buoy. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for a life on the rolling sea. Oh, what has become of my children three? My mother then she asked of me. One was exhibited as a talking fish. The other was served in a chafing dish. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for a life on the rolling sea. The phosphorus flashed in her seaweed hair. I looked again, and me mother wasn't there. A voice came echoing out of the night. To hell with the keeper of the Eddystone Light. Yo ho ho, the wind blows free. Oh, for a life on the rolling sea. Short, sweet, and to the point. Pete Seeger had the devil take, and they were married. But
as well,
we're going to go with the original version.
Just so he could get radio play in there.
I think you're right. Oh, you can still play that on the radio now. Ah. Life is an adventure, my friends.
Getting
no
a
question.
couple more people saying hi online. Thank you.
Hey.
Glad you're tuning in. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Welcome.
Thank you for the little hand claps.
Yay.
Oh, we get hand claps.
We got hand claps.
Hand
You didn't
claps.
tell me that.
What you got, Gail?
Mingle both sides.
Yay!
Oh, beautiful.
Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys. Heave her head round into the weather. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys. Sailing homeward to Mingle Lane. What care we how white the minch is? What care we, boys, for windy weather, when we know that every inch is closer homeward to Mingle Lane. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys. Heave her head round into the weather. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys. Sailing homeward to Mingle Lane. Wives are waiting at the pierhead, gazing seaward from the heather. Heave her head round, and we'll anchor ere the sun sets on Mingle Lane. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys. Heave her head round into the weather. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys. Sailing homeward to Mingle Lane. Here you ho, boys, let her go, boys. Heave her head round into the weather. Here you ho, boys, let her
want to thank Jason for his gift.
Thank you.
We're moving ahead here. This is great. Again, reminding everyone, you make a donation to the festival during this concert, and your gift will be doubled. We have a matching gift challenge, so you make a gift of $50, it becomes $100. You make a gift of, I guess, $1,000, it becomes $2,000. $20 becomes $40. Make a gift. Your gift is doubled. Thank you very much. PMFFest.org. PMFFEST.org to make a donation to the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, coming to you live and in person for the first time in 3 years, September 24 and 25 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Yes.
Woo-hoo. I did it all in one breath. That was
Yes,
scary.
you did.
That's terrifying. You have to pick me up off the floor next time. Oh, Jeff, what do you got, my friend?
All right.
All right? Is that a song?
Probably. Here's one that I first heard from Jim McGeehan, this great little folk festival in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, a few years ago.
Well, what festival was
The
that?
Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival.
So we're an educational organization as well,
that.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So here's the Catchworth Anthem. We have come from yonder mountain, our pistols are loaded. For to rob and to plunder it is our intent. As we roam through the valley, where the lilies and the roses, and the beauty of Kashmir lies drooping its head. Then away, then away, then away, to those caves in yonder mountain where the robbers retreat. Hark, hark, in the distance there's footsteps approaching. Stand, stand and deliver, it is our watch cry. As we roam through the valley, where the lilies and the roses, and the beauty of Kashmir lies drooping its head. Then away, then away, then away, to those caves in yonder mountain where the robbers retreat. Your gold and your jewels, your lives if resisted, we'll scorn at your threats and we'll laugh at your pleas. As we roam through the valley, where the lilies and the roses, and the beauty of Kashmir lies drooping its head. Then away, then away, then away, to those caves in yonder mountain where the robbers retreat. Then it's home where our wives and our children are waiting, expecting us soon to come robbing their way. As we roam through the valley, where the lilies and the roses, and the beauty of Kashmir lies drooping its head. Then away, then away, then away, to those caves in yonder mountain where the robbers retreat. So fill up your glasses and let us be merry, for the moonbeams are shining all over our heads. As we roam through the valley, where the lilies and the roses, and the beauty of Kashmir lies drooping its head. Then away, then away, then away, to those caves in yonder mountain where the robbers retreat.
Whoa!
Awesome. I've not heard that one before.
I just learned that song sitting here. That was awesome.
You should have gone to that festival.
So that's one of the downsides of a wonderful festival like Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival is there's so much going on that you're guaranteed to miss something awesome.
Like that.
I missed that. I saw them a couple of times, but I did not see them perform that one. I'm wondering what to read into a song about robbers in a fundraising concert. So just to be safe, open your wallets and give us some donations, because I don't know what Jeff's going to do if we don't hit our targets today.
He'll go away with the lilies and the roses.
If you're not near any lilies and roses, you should be safe. So, all right.
Again, PMFFEST.org to make a donation. Thank you to Lori and Terry and Linda and Bill and Carol and Katrina and Jason who've already made donations. Thank you to all those tuning in. Thank you to Ellen for supporting us. Please remember that your gifts are matched tonight. So go for it. Oh, Chris has got out his concertina.
Yes. Well, Jeff mentioned weapons, so, so this is a song by someone who has not yet performed at Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, but I hope will someday. The great John Connolly. And this is about what happens to you if you're a sailor and you get shot by a robber. I don't know.
Where the robbers retreat.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the great song of the sailors and fishermen's afterlife. Ugh. That's why I don't
Tune that thing.
I don't like chairs with arms on them. As I roved by the dockside one evening so fair, to view the still water and take the salt air, I heard an old fisherman as he came along, saying, "Take me away, boys, my time is not long. Dress me up in me skins and jumpers, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green." Now Fiddler's Green is a place I hear tell, where fishermen go if they don't go to hell. The weather is fair and the dolphins do play, and the cold coast of Greenland is far, far away. Dress me up in me skins and jumpers, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. The sky's always blue and there's never a gale. The fishermen on board yell with a flip of their tail. You can lie at your leisure, there's no work to do, and the skipper's below making tea for the crew. Dress me up in me skins and jumpers, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. When you're back in the port and the long trip is through, there's pubs and there's clubs and there's lassies there too. The girls are all pretty and the beer is all free, and there's bottles of rum hanging from every tree. Dress me up in me skins and jumpers, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. Well, I don't want a harp nor a halo, not me. Just give me a breeze and a good rolling sea. I'll play the old squeeze box as we roll along, with the wind and the rigging a-singing this song. Dress me up in me skin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green.
Whoa!
Woo, well done.
Always love that song. Oh, we have another donation just come in.
Oh,
This
yay.
is awesome. So
Awesome.
I have to wait a couple minutes for the name to show up, but I want to give thank you folks
God,
for being
how the
so
money
generous,
rolls in.
and things are going well here. PMFFEST.org to make a donation to support the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. Jamie Bishop.
Hi.
Jamie has done some amazing work to get this festival together. Jamie and Gail worked so hard to make this work, and this is something that we do because we love it. Nobody's paying us.
Yep.
Well, Chris did supply some refreshment. I guess that's a form of payment. But Jamie, what do you got
Payment
for us?
in kind.
Well, this is a song. It's contemporary. It's was written. The lyrics are by Judy Goodenough, and it was melody and Mamure, I believe. And it's called, what is it? Lady Mary Sails. Yeah. Do you guys know the chorus of that one?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
If you don't.
All right. What will I wear when the Mary sails? A dress as red can be. And I'll think of him when the Mary sails, and she takes him far away from me. A week and a month and a year go by, the stars go traveling round the sky. Won't hear me weep, won't see me cry, when the Lady Mary sails. And what will I wear when the corn's to cut? His old brown breech is tied with a string, and I'll think of him when the corn's to cut, and the geese are crying on the wing. A week and a month and a year go by, the stars go traveling round the sky. Won't hear me weep, won't see me cry, when the Lady Mary sails. And what will I wear when the baby's born? His old white shirt to give me ease. And I'll think of him when the baby's born, whose daddy is gone to sail the sea. A week and a month and a year go by, the stars go traveling round the sky. Won't hear me weep, won't see me cry, when the Lady Mary sails. And what will I wear when the Mary comes? A widow's veil and a widow's black. And I'll think of him when the Mary comes, and the man who won't be coming back. A week and a month and a year go by, the stars go traveling round the sky. Won't hear me weep, won't see me cry, when the Lady Mary sails. And what will I wear when his stone's to set? The ribbons from my wedding dress. And I'll think of him when his stone's to set. It's one man more and one man less. A week and a month and a year go by, the stars go traveling round the sky. Won't hear me weep, won't see me cry, when the Lady Mary sails. And what will I wear when the Mary sails? A dress as red can be. And I'll think of him when Mary sails, and the way she took him away from me.
That's a beautiful
gorgeous
song. Anne Mamure does a version of that. That's gorgeous.
That actually, she wrote. She
wrote part of it. Yes,
she wrote the melody, and Judy Goodenough wrote the.
But she does a gorgeous version of that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that song. Jamie Bishop, ladies and gentlemen, that was beautiful.
Thank you,
Dave. Dave made a contribution, so that's terrific.
Thank you, Dave.
Again, please remember, contribute to support the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. We're bringing you all this music. And this September 24th and 25th, for the first time live and in person in 3 years, the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival reborn in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Please make a donation to support the festival. The festival is almost entirely supported by your donations and by volunteers like us, the board. Go to pmffest.org. That's pmffest.org. To make a donation. Your donation is matched, doubled. So you make a donation for $50, $100 appears in our bank account. It's magic. I love the way that works.
And if you want to volunteer and join our crew, go to pmffest.org and click on the Help Us link and sign up to be a volunteer. Shoot me a email or something and let me know you want to help.
By the way, I will let folks know again thank you, sir. Who's performing at the festival this year? Cliff Haslam, David Coffin, Vienna Carroll, Don Sinetti, Heather Wood, Mary Garvey, Rick and Donna Nestler, the Skylark Trad Band, London Julie and Friends Mudhook and the Porterman. So check it out. I need to take a sip of this.
While he's doing that, I think we should talk a little bit about the performers as just one at a time here. But so let's start with Vienna Carroll, who's one of our headliners. She's going to be at the Saturday night concert as well as in the festival. She's amazing. Those of you who are at the Connecticut Sea Music Festival got to hear her and see her. She is let me get this right, playwright, songwriter, actress, singer, author, and researcher who has just a brilliant interpretation of, for the purposes of this festival, focusing on African-American sailors and their musical tradition, and really not to be missed. It's her presentation is amazing, and we were super happy to be able to get her for a festival.
So I'm in contact with Vienna and with the Black Heritage Trail of Portsmouth, and we're trying to put together a little thing on the African Burying Ground in Portsmouth that talks about the very rich history, African history, the slave history of Portsmouth. So we're really excited to be able to present that this year.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, it is.
And we'll be talking about more of the artists who move along, but I have a story song for you.
Okay.
And it's, I was listening to Stan Rogers all the way up, so it's a Stan Rogers song. And it's a song that's not about the ocean, it's about the lakes. And it's about the lakes. And like most story songs with the sea, it's got its certain element of tragedy to it.
Cool.
The town of Wyerton is situated at the mouth of one of the deepest Great Lake ports. And for years, so many of the captains and first mates employed in shipping in the lakes came from this quiet little town from Wyerton. It's on the Bruce Peninsula, I think. And there are very few families in the town, even now, who have not lost a close relative to the fury of the lake. Here's a little Stan Rogers song. I had the lyrics to help me, but I know it, so maybe the root beer will keep me honest. Now it's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do but watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux, and wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. Well, the kid was so damned eager, he was all so big and new, you never had to tell him twice or find him work to do. Evenings on the mess deck, he was always first to sing and show us pictures of the girl he'd wed in spring. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into the white squall. Now it's a thing that us old-timers know. On a sultry summer calm, there comes a blow from nowhere, and it goes off like a bomb. And a 15,000-tonner can be thrown up on her beam while the gale takes off before us with a scream. The kid was on the hatches, lying staring at the sky. From where I stood, I swear I could see tears fall from his eyes. But I hadn't the heart to tell him that he should be on a line, even on a night so warm and fine. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They can go from calm to 100 knots so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. When it struck, he sat up with a start. I roared to him, get down. But for all that he could hear, I might as well not made a sound. So I clung there to the stanchions, and I felt myself go pale as I crawled hand over hand along the rail. I could feel her keeling over with the fury of the blow. I watched the rail go under then, so terrible and slow. Then like some great dog she shook herself and roared upright again. Far overside I heard him call my name. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They can go from calm to 100 knots so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into the white squall. So it's just my luck to have the watch, with nothing left to do but watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux, and wonder where they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. But I tell these kids 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They can go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. Tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. I love that song. It's really hard to do, but it's fun and sad.
Yeah.
And it shows you that maritime songs don't have to be about oceans. So please, 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 we're doing all right here. Gifts are coming in.
Nice.
Please,
thank you.
Thank you. Make a contribution to the festival. PMFFEST.org, PMFFest.org, and support the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. It's only root beer.
Did anybody sniff that bottle?
I don't know what Mean Root's putting in their stuff these days. Gail, have you got a song for us to save us from?
I do. I'll just mention that I was born in a fierce winter gale on the Great Lakes in Ann Arbor, Michigan, in the middle of winter. And I got my name because of
that. Gail's a Gail.
So Gail is a Gail.
Songs make me barely famous. I'll do the Rose of Island Vale. There's great harmony potential here.
Beautiful song.
Goes back to the 1800s. Sung by a lot of people. I love it. The morn was fair, the skies were clear, no breath came over the sea. When Mary left her highland home and wandered forth with me, the flowers decked the mountainside, fragrance filled the vale, and by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Allendale. Sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, and by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Allendale. And ere I wandered to the east and to the west, and faith began to lower, consoling still was she to me in sorrow's lonely hour. Oh, tempest wrecked my lonely boat, they wrecked the quivering sails, and one maiden fond withstood the storm was the rose of Allendale. Sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, and one maiden's form withstood the storm was the rose of Allendale. And when my fevered lips were parched on Africa's burning sands, she whispered hopes of happiness and tales of foreign lands. My life has been a wilderness, unblessed by fortune fortune gain. 'Twas fate that linked my love to her, sweet rose of Arundel. Sweet rose of Arundel. Sweet rose of Arundel. 'Twas fate that linked my heart to her, sweet rose of Arundel.
Love that song.
Yale Finn and the Madman Lodge Choir. Oh, that was wonderful.
That was beautiful.
So speaking of singing backup, so our next headliner for the concert on Saturday night is David Coffin, which I'm just so amused by this story. So David performed at the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival a few times. He was our headliner in 2012, I think. And for some reason, this video of him performing in Market Square, doing Nelson's Blood or Roll the Old Chariot Along, keeps going viral on Reddit. Like every month, someone will post it again to our sea shanties, and it gets a whole bunch of views, and it becomes one of the trending videos. And then inevitably, about 20 posts in, someone will say, "That guy singing harmony, though." They either call him Green Hat Guy or Green Shirt Guy or something. The hat, by the way, is blue. It's not green. To the point, there's now actually an account on Reddit whose sole job is to notice the people who notice the guy singing backup.
The green hat guy.
The green hat guy, who was me.
You.
Doing a desk hit on that.
Blue.
So,
hey, green hat guy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So seriously, it's actually weird. I have a stalker who doesn't know who I am, just knows that people see me in this video, but that's one of the wonderful things
so
about
weird.
This festival is that we get these great performers, and we get these great, these performances in Market Square, in the public square, where people have never heard this kind of music before, ever. Wander by and are like, what is that? That's amazing. I want to be part of that. And some of those people get sucked in. And then some of those people just post videos online, and other people get sucked in who didn't know this was a thing before. And they're watching these videos going, what is that? I want more of that. Part of the sea shanty TikTok trend, which started with one song in particular, but grew. That David Coffin performance was an important part of that. And that's part of what this festival is about. And so your donations help keep that festival free and on the public streets of Portsmouth, where random people can walk by and have their lives changed by this amazing music. So remember, your donations are doubled. They're matched during this concert. So please pop on over to pmffest.org/donate and look under your couch cushions or whatever and toss us a few bucks.
I want to thank Jay and Quentin both for giving gifts so far.
Thank you.
So we've had a lot of folks give our gifts so far, but we need this money to make the festival thrive, because we're bringing it back after 3 years live in person in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I'm staring at you, Jeff.
All right. Well, we just had a couple of beautiful songs, so here's something different.
We'll fix that.
I learned this from Lynn Knoll. There actually was a prominent Dutchman named something like Jan van Riebeck in the 17th century. I believe the song is about him. I don't know if it's a faithful portrait. But who's the king of the fighting Dutch? Skipper Jan Riebeck. And who do the sailors fear so much? Skipper Jan Riebeck. And it's ya, leave your hammock, ya, hands on deck, ya, break your back for Skipper Jan Riebeck. Oh, who can furl a main topsail? Skipper Jan Riebeck. All by himself in a living gale, Skipper Jan Riebeck. And it's ya, leave your hammock, ya, hands on deck, ya, break your back for Skipper Jan Riebeck. Oh, who bought all the tea in China? Skipper Jan Riebeck. And sold it all in Carolina, Skipper Jan Riebeck. And it's yah, leave your hammock. Yah, hands on deck. Yah, break your back for Skipper Jan Rebeck. And when he got a ship of his own, Skipper Jan Rebeck, 'twas brute force kept him on the throne, Skipper Jan Rebeck. And it's yah, leave your hammock. Yah, hands on deck. Yah, break your back for Skipper Jan Rebeck. Oh, who takes 3 baths every year? Skipper Jan Rebeck. And who can drink his weight in beer? Skipper Jan Rebeck. And it's yah, leave your hammock. Yah, hands on deck. Yah, break your back for Skipper Jan Rebeck. And it's yah, leave your hammock. Yah, hands on deck. Yah, break your back for Skipper Jan Rebeck.
Woohoo, nice.
Nice, well
Love
done.
that one.
I want to thank Fred for his donation. We are continuing to accept gifts that they are being matched. Every donation is being matched, so your donation is doubled. You give $10, it's 20, 20, it's 40, 50, it's 100, 100, it's 200, 500, it's 1,000. This, simple 5th grade arithmetic, but it really helps us bring to you the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. Go to PMFFest.org to make that donation.
Oh, thank you, Fred. So we haven't had an actual shanty.
Yeah, you did.
Was that a shanty?
Yeah.
That was a shanty,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know that. What for?
I don't know.
That's a hand over hand. Yeah, all right. Well, let's have another shanty. I haven't done a shanty.
Do a shanty.
Yes, we know that.
All right. So,
Put a sword.
yes. A good classic that everybody knows. If I can remember how it starts. That's always the tricky part. General Taylor, he gained the day. Walk him along, John, carry him along. General Taylor, he gained the day. Carry him to his burying ground. To me, way stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Way stormy. Carry him to his burying ground. I wish I was old Stormy's son. Walk him along, John, carry him along. I'd build me a ship of 10,000 tons. Carry him to his burying ground. To me, way Stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Way Stormy. Carry him to his burying ground. I'd fill the hold with Jamaica rum. Walk him along, John, carry him along. So every shellback could have some. Carry him to his burying ground. To me, way Stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Way Stormy, carry him to his burying ground. I'd give a tot to every hand. Walk him along, John, carry him along. And a bottle full for the shanty man. Carry him to his burying ground. To me, way Stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Way Stormy, carry him to his burying ground. Well, Stormy's gone, that good old man. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Stormy's gone, that shanty man. Carry him to his burying ground. To me, way Stormy. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Way Stormy, carry him to his burying ground. Well, General Taylor, he died long ago. Walk him along, John, carry him along. He's gone where them stormy winds don't blow. Carry him to his burying ground. To me, way Stormy.
Walk him along, John, carry him along. Way Stormy, carry him to his burying ground. Hey, woo! Chris Madden, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're having fun.
Yeah.
You having fun?
Yeah.
I think we scared the chipmunks, though.
Poor chipmunks.
No, that's good.
Dogs have been quiet.
Dogs are hiding upstairs. That dog's very good.
He's used to it.
Yeah, he's used to me.
Have you a song for us?
I do. It's in French.
Très bien.
Très bien.
Zut alors.
Bonsoir,
Alors. Bonsoir. Wait.
I'm exhausting my repertoire. Oh, there's French.
Oh, mais ouais, oh la la la. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer. Oh, mer du Nord, oh, mer du Sud. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Oh, mer du Sud, oh, mer du Sud. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer. Oh, mille mers, j'ai navigué. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Oh, mille mers, j'ai navigué. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer. Je l'ai retrouvé quand je m'ai naillé. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Je l'ai retrouvé quand je m'ai naillé. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Dans les grands fonds, elle m'espérait. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Dans les grands fonds, elle m'espérait. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je veux naviguer. Tous ensemble on a pleuré. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Tous ensemble on a pleuré. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer. En couple à elle, je me suis couché. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. En couple à elle, je me suis couché. Oh, mais ouais, oh la la. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer. Pique la baleine, joli baleinier. Pique la baleine, je vais naviguer.
Merci.
Yes. And what does that song mean?
Pique la baleine, it's stick the whale.
Stick the whale sailors.
Let's see. Quick translation. To find my sweet lover, I'll travel a million seas. I'll look in all the seas of the north and the south. I'll find her when I drown. In the depths, she waits for me. When I find her, we'll cry together, and then together we'll go to sleep. Okay. You stick the whale, and I'll navigate. There you go.
Sounds much more cheerful than it actually is, I think.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's like,
I want to date, I'll drown myself. That's but in the whale, I'll take out a whale or two.
Yeah. No, you stick the whale, and, I'll navigate.
Speaking of whales, I have a song.
It's your turn.
All right.
I have a song that's not a shanty.
Okay.
And it's a maritime song, but it's a maritime song
of a tale
from a Walt Disney movie.
All right.
And the only song Kirk Douglas taught himself how to play the guitar to perform it live. Although I think they finally dubbed it in afterwards, but his fingering at least was.
I thought it was a ukulele.
No, it was a little mini guitar. It was not a ukulele.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to go look.
I'm pretty sure there were 6 strings.
I think you can find it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, well, okay. There is a chorus, but it's one of those tongue twisters. So, got a whale of a tale to tell you, lads. Whale of a tale or two. About a flopping fish and the girls I've loved on nights like this with the moon above. Whale of a tale, and it's all true, I swear by my tattoo. There was Mermaid Minnie, met her down in Madagascar. She would kiss me anytime that I would ask her. Then one evening, our flame of love blew out. Blow me down and pick me up. She swapped me for a trout. Got a whale of a tale to tell you, lads. A whale of a tale or two. About a flopping fish and the girls I've loved on nights like this with the moon above. Whale of a tale, and it's all true, I swear by my tattoo. There was Typhoon Tessie. Met her on the coast of Java. When we kissed, I bubbled up like molten lava. Then she gave me the scare of my young life. Blow me down and pick me up. She was the skipper's wife. Got a whale of a tale to tell you, lads. A whale of a tale or two. Bought a flopping fish and the girls I've loved on the nights like this with the moon above. Whale of a tale, and it's all true, I swear by my tattoo. There was Harpoon Hannah. Had a look that spelled danger. My heart quivered when she whispered, "Hello, stranger." Bought her trinkets that sailors couldn't afford. And when I spent my last red cent, she threw me overboard. Got a whale of a tale to tell you, lads. A whale of a tale or two. About a flopping fish and the girls I've loved on nights like this with the moon above. Whale of a tale, and it's all true, I swear by my tattoo. I think I sang it better than Kirk Douglas, but I don't look better than Kirk Douglas. So anyway, I thought that was fun.
You might now, I'm not sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't want to hear me sing that at the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, then give us a donation.
You can put a note. You can put a note with your donation, and if you give us enough money, it's a
that song. I love that song. It's a lot of fun.
But you can make some requests in there.
So we can afford to hire good performers.
Thank you. Anyhow, go to PMFFEST.org, PMFFest.org. Please make a contribution. Support the festival. We had some lovely contributions so far, and I want to let people know again that your gifts are matched during this session, doubled, if you will. Every person who's given $20 or $10 or $15 or $50 has had their gift doubled. If you have $100, that gets doubled too. PMFFEST.org. We'd love to hear from you. Take it away, Gail.
But real quick, I just want to note that our French audience says, Pique la baleine, j'adore. Bravo, Jamie, and to the whole crew.
Yay, merci.
At least Jamie knew what she was singing about. Merci, merci. I know a lot of French songs, but they're all learned by rote.
Okay.
I have a general idea of what they're about, but don't ask me to translate.
I'm doing Lowlands Away.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
And I guess I'm going to take it down a little bit.
Yeah.
I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands away. I dreamed my love came in my sleep. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. Her cheeks were wet, her eyes were deep.
lowlands away.
She came to me as my best bride.
Lowlands, lowlands away,
my John, all dressed in white like some fair bride.
lowlands away.
And brave against her bosom fair.
Lowlands, lowlands away, my John.
A red, red rose did my love wear.
Lowlands away.
No sound she made, no word she said.
Lowlands, lowlands away, my John.
And then I knew my love was dead.
Lowlands away.
I bound a wreath around my head.
Lowlands, lowlands away, my John.
For now I knew my love was dead.
Lowlands away.
And then awoke to hear the cry.
Lowlands, lowlands away, my John.
Oh, watch on deck, oh, watch ahoy.
Lowlands away.
That's beautiful. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Lovely game.
Chris, we got one more evening person to talk about, right? Cliff?
Yeah, Jamie, do you want to
Cliff
say a few words
Haslam?
about Cliff Haslam?
Cliff Haslam?
And is he boring? Is he dull? Is he uninteresting?
Absolutely not.
No, why not?
No, Cliff has been leading shanty sings almost 50 years at Essex.
Really?
Almost 50. Yeah, we celebrated his 45th anniversary at the
Wow.
Griswold Inn like almost 5 years ago now. So he and the jovial crew every Monday night at the Griswold Inn in Essex, Connecticut. And Cliff has been leading shanty sings there Monday night. The boys, he's got an incredible voice and an incredible amount of history. And
Yeah, for those of you who were at the festival in
17, I think.
17.
He was one of our performers then, and we're really excited to have him back. He's
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 terrific.
amazing.
Yeah.
He's-
He's a little bit crazy, but he's terrific.
And if
Good-
he can't
good
get you
crazy,
singing,
good
no one can.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So yet another reason to come join us in Portsmouth and toss us some bills so we can pay people like Cliff.
And how do they toss us those bills, Chris?
PMFFest.org/donate.
We have other gifts coming in already, which is great.
Awesome.
And I'll have more about that in a bit. But right
And you
now,
can always volunteer. You
And,
can always
and
volunteer too.
PMFFest.org/volunteering.
Is that right?
Volunteering, yes.
Yes, volunteering.
But if you get lost, just go to the Help Us Out, and there's
Help.
donate and there's volunteer in there.
help us out.
Just click on help.
PMFFEST.org. Jeff.
All right. See, I figure that trying to match Gail with beautiful songs is futile. So I'll again go the other way.
You and me both, pal.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Here's one that we learned from Barry Finn years ago, and I believe it was written by John M. Garrett, but I don't know when.
Wow.
Oh, a sewer man am I, and my trade I deftly ply, as underneath the city streets I go. And my hope of paradise is to wade up to my thighs. I'm glad I'm working down below. Down below.
Down below.
Down below.
Down below.
Oh, it's dark, but it's home to me, you know. It's the only place I find I can get some peace of mind. I'm glad I'm working down below. There are rules within the trade that have to be obeyed, and every movement must be made just so.
Must be made just so.
You must watch just where you stand and where you place your hand. Still, I'm glad I'm working down below.
Down below.
Down below.
Down below.
Down below.
Down below.
Oh, it's dark, but it's home to me, you know. It's the only place I find I can get some peace of mind. I'm glad I'm working down below. In Paris I have found they take tourists underground and even charge a small fee for the show. While in Venice I've heard tell they float boats on it as well. Oh, I'm glad I'm working down below. Down below. Down below. Down below.
Down below.
Oh, it's dark, but it's home to me, you know. It's the only place I find I can get some peace of mind. I'm glad I'm working down below. There was cause for alarm on a nearby sewer farm when a man fell down a pit some years ago. Since the accident occurred, he's been lying there interred. Oh, I'm glad I'm working down below. Down below. Down below. Down below. Oh, it's dark, but it's home to me, you know. It's the only place I find I can get some peace of mind. I'm glad I'm working down below.
I guess any place water flows is maritime. That was terrific. Just to let folks know, in addition to those wonderful featured performers at our evening concert, Cliff Haslam, David Coffin, and Vienna Carroll, also at the festival this coming September 24-25, Don Sinetti, Heather Wood, Mary Garvey, Rick and Donna Nestler, Skylark Trad Band, London Julie and Friends, Mudhook, and the Portermen. Yeah, and they'll be at all sorts of venues, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But right now, again, I want to thank Jean for her donation.
Thank you.
Folks are it's okay. She'll be back, Tommy. Don't worry. Jean for her donation. And donations, please keep coming in. They are matched. We have received 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 donations so far, and they've all been doubled because of our matching challenge grant. So give us a link, give us a click at PMFFEST.org. That's PMFFest.org, and donate to support the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. It's still only root beer, which will be back live and in person for the first time in 3 years, September 24-25 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Yeah. And the Barry Finn was one of the great, unfortunately now departed, stalwarts of the maritime music scene.
Great description, stalwart. I like that.
Folk music scene in Portsmouth, and there's this great community which is what this festival grew out of, and it's there's a bunch of people that we miss, Barry being just one of them, but. I'm going to do another song that I learned from Barry, and this is an oil tanker shanty that was written by a guy from Gloucester, Mass, who used to work on oil tankers, And there was, when geopolitical situations were different, a very short oil run from Venezuela oil depots where oil was being produced to the refineries in Trinidad. And it was like this little ping pong run back and forth, like 60 miles or something. So, on the Venezuela Trinidad run, Trinidad run, our ship goes to hell. We're all having way too much fun.
Way too much fun. Venezuela to Trinidad. Trinidad to Venezuela.
For Venezuela's flamenco and hot guitar strum.
Hot guitar strum.
Trinidad is calypso and loud steel drum.
Loud steel drum. Venezuela to Trinidad. Trinidad to Venezuela.
Carry crude oil to Trinidad refinery.
Refinery.
Then for more crude we run back to Venezuela.
Venezuela. Venezuela to Trinidad. Trinidad to Venezuela.
When we tie up, the bar girls and taxi cabs come.
Taxi cabs come.
And it's now for a weekend of riot and rum.
Riot and rum. Venezuela to Trinidad. Trinidad to Venezuela.
Lars is locked in his cabin, the rich owner's son.
Rich owner's son.
He's a drunken exile at 31.
At 31. Venezuela to Trinidad. Trinidad to Venezuela.
For most tankers, it's long at sea, short time in port.
Short time in port.
But we're tied up long and our sea time is short.
Sea time is short. Venezuela to Trinidad. Trinidad to Venezuela.
Beg the purser, please, just one more advance.
One more advance.
With the booze and girls, our wallets do not stand a chance.
Not stand a chance. Venezuela to Trinidad. Trinidad to Venezuela.
If we have too much fun, then we end up in jail.
End up in jail.
Rum and pesos from Lars, and we're soon out on bail.
Soon out on bail. Venezuela to Trinidad. Trinidad to Venezuela.
After 8 trips, the chief's at the end of his wits.
End of his wits.
After 10 trips, they send us back home to refit.
Home to refit. Venezuela to Trinidad. Trinidad to Venezuela.
So it's pack up and back to the hiring hall.
Hiring hall.
Bid farewell to flamenco and steel drums all.
Steel drums all. Venezuela to Trinidad. Trinidad to Venezuela. Venezuela to Trinidad. Trinidad to Venezuela.
Roger Hussey.
I love that song. Chris has performed that song on my radio show. It's one of my 2 most often requests that I make of him. The other is his, I call his hit.
My one hit.
Which we'll try to do later. But that's an absolutely wonderful song, Chris, and I love the way you do that. And you'll hear lots of sea music this September 24th and 25th at the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. And don't you got to say something? Have something to say? Come on.
Yeah, I do.
I have total faith in you.
Yeah.
So does Tommy.
I'd like to tell you about Lynn Phipps and our big sings. She and Jim Lucas together, they came up with this concept of getting everybody to show up online on Zoom and sing the version of a single shanty that they've heard from wherever it came from. And it can be the same as somebody else, it can be different, you could have researched it, but it's fascinating. It's like, when I was a kid, we used to play this game of telephone, and you know, you'd whisper in somebody's ear and somebody would say, and at the end, everybody said what they thought they heard. But this is like international, intergenerational. I mean, it literally covers centuries, and I think it's so cool. So anyway, we did an away, Ryo. What do we got coming up on the 21st?
I just want to say, it might sound dull, but it really isn't.
Oh, it's way fun. So it's on July 21st. We have the Shallow Brown Big Sing. So any version or related thing to Shallow Brown is Waken.
Yeah. And that's really a family of shanties. So if you want to contribute your version, that's
So
be a good time.
In that vein, this is the version of Away Ryo I came up with for our big sing.
Oh boy.
All right. Oh, where are you going, my pretty young maid? Away, Ryo. I'm going on milking time, sir, she said, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. And it's away, bullies, away. Away, Rio. Instead of milking her cow, she was carding her bow, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. Oh, have you a sweetheart, you pretty young maid? Away, Rio. I'm looking for one, kind sir, she said, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. And it's away, bullies, away. Away, Rio. Instead of milking her cow, she was carding her bow, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. Then may I come with you, my pretty young maid? Away, Rio. Well, yes, since you asked me, kind sir, she said, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. And it's away, bullies, away. Away, Rio. Instead of milking her cow, she was carding her bow, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. But I guess you're a bad one, kind sir, she said. Away, Rio. For you want for to love me, but you don't want to wed, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. And it's away, bullies, away. Away, Rio. Instead of milking her cow, she was carding her bow, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. Jack took her a toe, and away they did go. Away, Rio. The bulls did snort and the cows did low, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. And it's away, bullies, away. Away, Rio. Instead of milking her cow, she was carding her bow, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. They came to a haystack, but the maid, she was shy. Away, Rio. They backed and they filled and heaped many a sigh, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. And it's away, bullies, away. Away, Rio. Instead of milking her cow, she was carding her bow, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. The haystack capsized and Jack got all bent. Away, Rio. With hay in his top hat, his breeches all rent, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. And it's away, bullies, away. Away, Rio. Instead of milking her cow, she was carding her bow, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. So he left her sitting, looking forlorn. Away, Rio. And he shipped to the southern, away round Cape Horn, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. And it's away, bullies, away. Away, Rio. Instead of milking her cow, she was carding her bow, and we're bound for the Rio grand. Now all ye young sailors that round the horn sail away for Rio. Don't take a young milkmaid away from her pail. And we're bound for the Rio Grande. And it's away, bullies, away. Away for Rio. Instead of milking her cow, she was carting her bow, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. Or else you regret it and wish you were dead. Away for Rio. So don't go carting in a haystack for a bed, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. And it's away, bullies, away. Away for Rio. Instead of milking her cow, she was carting her bow, and we're bound for the Rio Grande.
Woo! Maritime porn. I like that. Maritime porn. That was excellent. Outstanding. Saucy. That's it. Saucy. Our donations are still coming in. Thanks, folks. I'll have more on that in a bit. As treasurer of the board, I'm sitting here and I'm keeping track and also getting ready to sing. Please donate. PMFFEST, PMFFest.org. For the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. And when, Chris, is the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival?
That's a good question, Nick.
Thank
September 24th and 25th. That's Saturday and Sunday. It's starting at 10 a.m. on Saturday with the roving sailors wandering the streets of Portsmouth and drumming up interest, letting people know what's going on. All afternoon Saturday, music in multiple venues. Saturday concert, 7 o'clock with our headliners, Vienna Carroll, Cliff Haslam, David Coffin, and then more music on Sunday starting at 11 and going up until our grand finale, Shanty Blast in Market Square at 5 o'clock Sunday night.
Jamie, isn't part of this going to be broadcast as well, stream live?
Yes.
Which venue?
Moffat Ladd is going to be
with a great
live.
host, right?
With Nick Noble. With the Noble Nick as our host. He's going to be at Moffat Ladd all day, Saturday and Sunday.
Streaming
it's going to be live streamed.
Around the world.
Certain countries may not apply.
Well, Australia does, so that's...
Yeah, that's around the world.
Yes, Australia, not North Korea. Sorry.
Yeah, well, and I have listeners for my radio show that can listen in China when they let them through, let the stream through, which only happens on occasion. I want to sing the first song I ever sang at the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, and it was Chris who introduced me to the festival back in 2009. I'm pretty sure that was the year. Chris called me up. Chris is an old friend and fraternity brother. He called me up. He knows I have a radio show in Worcester and said, we have this festival. Can we come on your show and promote this festival? And I said, sure. And Chris and Dave Hallowell showed up, and I had my son join me, so at least we have a chorus for the choruses. And we had a fun time.
It was a great time.
I went to the festival, just day trip that particular year. And this is the first song I ever sang there. And then I would go back regularly, and we would have bigger groups come in to promote. And we'll be doing that, by the way, in September, a week or two before the festival. And I have a big group come in. Yes, the festival. But that's beside the point. This is the first song I ever sang at the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. It was written by the late Tom Rowe of Schooner Fair. And it's certainly a maritime song, although it's also a bit of a history lesson. Oh, the African man cuts the sugar cane. Oh, molasses. He works in the sun and he works in the rain. Oh, molasses rum. He loads it up on a wooden ship and he sends it off on a northern trip singing, oh, molasses. Oh, molasses rum. Singing, oh, molasses. Old New England tea, it killed my grandpa, killed my pa, and it sure as hell is a-killing me. Singing, oh, molasses rum. When they fought the war for the colonies, oh, molasses, they fought it over New England tea. Oh, molasses rum. When old King George put a tax on it, the colonists nearly took a fit, singing, oh, molasses rum, singing, oh, molasses, old New England tea. It killed my grandpa, killed my pa, and it sure as hell is a-killing me. Singing, oh, molasses rum. At the time of the 1917 war, oh, molasses molasses sitting on the Boston shore. Oh, molasses rum. They pumped it in at 12 degrees, a long winter night in a Boston freeze, singing, oh, molasses, oh, molasses rum. In the morning it was 42. Oh, molasses, molasses vat split clean in two. Oh, molasses rum. 10 million gallons covered the bay. 26 people died in the flood that day, singing, oh, molasses, oh, molasses rum. Singing, oh, molasses, oh, New England tea. It killed my grandpa, killed my pa, and it sure as hell is killing me. Singing, oh, molasses, oh, molasses rum. My grandpa, he died cutting cane. Oh, molasses. My pa went down in the great brown rain of molasses rum. Oh, I won't go in a pool of blood. No, I won't drown in no blackstrap flood. Still, I'll go down to molasses. Oh, molasses rum. Singing, oh, molasses. Oh, New England tea. It killed my grandpa, killed my pa, and it sure as hell is killing me. Singing, oh, molasses, oh, molasses rum. Woo! Oh, I haven't sung that in a while. Hey, our latest gift came from an old friend of ours. Thank you to the great Larry Kaplan.
Thank you.
Who actually performed at our virtual festival last year, if I am not mistook. And Larry's a great guy, terrific songwriter. So all sorts of magic happening today. And go to PMFFEST.org to make a donation to support the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. And among the great, hardworking volunteers of the festival is my good friend, Gail Finn.
I'll do a song. It's a token song called That's the Ticket. And this is by Art Theme. Lovely Nancy ran a shoe repair shop. Darling Willie brought her his boots, for to have the soles with leather bound up, and to have the heels elevate his foots. I have 2 pair of leather sea boots, 1 pair it is plumb wore through. I'll leave this pair for you to fix and polish, and I'll wear the others and I'll think of you. And yes, my dear, I'm going sailing 7 years upon the sea. What is there that we can split between us? A token of our love to keep. And Willie, dear, here's a repair ticket, numbered 8049. I'll guard mine and you may cherish your half as a love token to last through time. He took his ticket and he went to sailing 7 years upon the sea. At last his boots with holes they were riddled, and he figured it was time to return. On the radio show.
Did you?
Way back, yeah.
I probably was wandering around doing crazy things on the computer.
Yep.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
It's kind of Cindy Manxon does a version like that.
Ah.
So I kind of learned it from Cindy.
So,
and unfortunately, I think our online audience might have missed half of that song.
Oh no.
oh no.
What happened?
I was chatting with our the guest stars that we're going to feature shortly, and blew us offline.
Oh.
Are people still there now?
We're back on.
Okay.
I didn't end the meeting. I just blew this.
Hey, Chris, Gail has to sing it
half of
again.
molasses and half of this.
No. Just half of Gail's song.
Oh.
Sorry.
Can Gail sing
we're
it again?
Maybe you can sing it again later on. We have plenty of time. I thought that song was absolutely lovely. Have we got time for another song before our other guests come on? The Jeff, go for it, buddy. The great Jeff Keller.
All right.
I like your hat, Jeff, by the way.
Thank you.
Very stylish.
I'm fond of it. So here's one I learned from Dawnberg of Anchorage, Alaska, but it comes from the grubby urchins of Melbourne, Australia.
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 Down under. Go for it.
When I was young but 10 and 3, I-O, library-o, my parents asked what trade for thee, send them out on loan, and so next morning I began, I-O, library-o, to train as a librarian, send them out on loan. So turn 'em, tag 'em, bin 'em, bag 'em, heave 'em out to Rome-I-O, 2 weeks in the open world before they come back home, I-O. When they're back and through the slot, it's to the shelves they'll go, I-O. Send them out on loan, I-O, send them out on loan. I dreamed that evening as I slept, I-O, library-o, of where the books are neatly kept. Send them out on loan. I dreamed of shelves 10 fathoms high. I-O, library-o, where books from every land do lie. Send them out on loan. So turn 'em, tag 'em, bin 'em, bag 'em, heave 'em out to Rome, I-O. 2 weeks in the open world before they come back home, I-O. When they're back and through the slot, it's to the shelves they'll go, I-O. Send them out on loan, I-O, send them out on loan. I dreamed of books and I dreamed of bins and stacks and shelves. I-O, library-o, where readers go to help themselves. Send them out on loan. I dreamed of books in tidy rows. I-O, library-o, from ancient verse to modern prose. Send them out on loan. So turn 'em, tag 'em, bin 'em, bag 'em, heave 'em out to Rome, I-O. 2 weeks in the open world before they come back home, I-O. When they're back and through the slot, it's to the shelves they'll go, I-O. Send them out on loan, I-O, send them out on loan. The library of life takes stalwart guts. I-O, library-o, for every year brings government cuts. Send them out on loan. So talk ye may, but read ye must. I-O, library-o, if you talk too loud, your head they'll bust. Send them out on loan. So turn 'em, tag 'em, bin 'em, bag 'em, heave 'em out to Rome, I-O. 2 weeks in the open world before they come back home, I-O. When they're back and through the slot, it's to the shelves they'll go, I-O. Send them out on loan, I-O, send them out on loan. And when your reading's good and done, I-O, library-o, it's back to pick another one. Send them out on loan, if friendly staff is what ye seeks. I-O, library-o, bring back your book within 2 weeks. Send them out on loan. So turn 'em, tag 'em, bin 'em, bag 'em, heave 'em out to Rome, I-O. 2 weeks in the open world before they come back home, I-O. When they're back and through the slot, it's to the shelves they'll go, I-O. Send them out on loan, I-O, send them out on loan. Library-o.
Library-o.
Nice. That's a unique
not heard
song.
that one before.
So,
Yeah, I love it.
What do you got, Chris?
I got an announcement. I'm hearing some
I know.
some little
It's
life
my
noises
phone.
from.
I know where it is.
Oh, okay.
I know where it's coming from.
It's a phone, but I thought it was the little critters under the porch here.
No.
So now for something completely different. So one of
What's
the things
completely different from Librario? That's what I want to know.
well, almost anything really, but in particular here. One of the things I love about this kind of music is the way it brings people together. It's not like, you go to a concert and, even, a rock and roll concert, people might be singing along with the people on stage,
Holding up
but it's
lights,
very,
maybe,
but it's very much us and them, right? But when we sing together, even when we're at a concert, like the concert Saturday night at the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival.
Saturday night, September 24th.
Yes, indeed. It's the audience is singing with the performer, and the performer expects that and encourages that and brings it together. And although the last couple of years have been rough in a lot of ways, there's been a bright spot, which is that we took a lot of these events online, not just us, Portsmouth, San Francisco, Seattle, New York, Boston, all brought their events online. And we found this international community, which has been wonderful. And that's one of the reasons we're making sure to stream part of the festival this year, is that we don't want to lose that community. People who can't make it to Portsmouth but have now become part of the Portsmouth maritime community. And one particular
family,
that too, and one particular highlight of that new family we found is Lynn Phipps, who's from the UK, although she's currently coming to us from Mexico, and who's put together an online duo with Doug Higgins. And I will turn it over to them. Let them take it away.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And today's been quite challenging because I've also been doing some volunteering and activity over with the San Francisco Free Folk Festival, which is also running a day today. So I'm managing I don't know how many time zones now. Pacific, Mountain, Mexico, which is the same as Central and Texas, Eastern, and UK. So it's quite exciting. So yeah, we're absolutely thrilled to be here with you. Doug and I have been singing together on Zoom for best part of 2 years. It kind of started with maybe we'll do a song, and then it's become a bit more, a lot more established, and we have so we sing every week now, and we've learned 50 songs, which is fantastic. So we're going to sing you a couple of them now. Just check out with you how many you would like us to sing. We'll start with the Wild Goose Shanty and see how we get on. All right, Maha. So I think I start this one. So we normally sing 5,000 miles apart. Today we're singing only 1,000 miles apart, which is near.
And it's more north-south than it is east-west for a change.
That's true. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have made the Zoom any better, but there you go. All right, so I'll kick it off. And this is the Wild Goose Shanty. Did you ever see the wild goose sailing on the ocean?
Runs all my boys' way. Just like them pretty girls when they get the notion.
Runs all me boys away. Oh, runs all y'all rue the day when the wild goose sails away. Oh, runs all y'all rue the day as the wild goose sails away.
Now as I was walking one evening by the river,
runs all me boys away.
Well, I met with a pretty girl, her topsails all a quiver.
Runs all me boys away. Oh, runs all y'all rue the day as the wild goose sails away.
And I said, how are you doing this evening?
Runs all me boys away. Oh, she said, none the better for the seeing of you.
Runs all me boys away.
Oh, runs all y'all rue rose a day as the wild goose sails away. Runs our yarrow the day as the wild goose sails away. You broke my heart, oh, you broke it for sorrow.
Runs on my boy's way.
If you sail with the wild goose, you'll break it no more. Oh.
Runs on my boy's way.
Oh, runs our yarrow the day as the wild goose sails away. Oh, runs our yarrow the day as the wild goose sails away.
Sinead.
There you go. So now we'd like to sing you an old favourite song, or new favourite song, by Kate Rusby, which we've modified a wee bit, which is Bring Me a Boat, which I think I start. Bring me a boat to cross to my dear. I stand here alone with my sweetheart so near.
Bring me a boat to cross o'er the Tyne, for its deep where murky waters part her heart and mine. And the Tyne it flows on and out to the sea. If a boat I am granted, then safe let me be.
And gently I'll go, for gently I'll row, as gently you breeze, as you ebb and you flow. Does he know that I stand each day on the shore?
Does she know I'd give all to see her once more?
Does he know that I've wept 10,000 times o'er?
And is she still waiting as she was before?
And the tide it flows on and out to the sea. If a boat I am granted, then safe let me be.
Swiftly I'll go, for swiftly I'll row, and as gently you breathe as you ebb and you flow.
The boatman he wants the gold I don't have.
My parents are poor, so I've nothing to give. Only my heart, and that will not float.
So please don't deny me and bring me a boat.
And the Tyne it flows on and out to the sea.
If a boat I am granted, then safe let me be.
And gently I'll go, for gently I'll row.
As gently you breeze, as you ebb and you flow. So bring me a boat to cross to my dear. I stand here alone with my sweetheart so near.
Bring me a boat to cross o'er the Tyne, for its deep murky waters part her heart and mine.
There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Would you like us to do one more?
Yes, do it.
All right. Well, we'll sing. Some of you heard us sing this one recently, but we do enjoy it. So let's sing you Shenandoah. Is that okay, Doug?
Yep.
Right, so I'll kick it off. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you.
Away, your rolling river.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you.
Away, I'm bound to go across the wide Missouri. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter.
Away, rolling river.
She sent me sailing across the water.
Away, I'm bound to go across the wide Missouri.
Oh, Shenandoah, I took a notion.
Away, rolling river.
For to sail across the stormy ocean.
Away, I'm bound to go across the wide Missouri.
Oh, Shenandoah, I'm bound to leave you.
Away, rolling river.
Oh, Shenandoah, I'll not deceive you.
Away, I'm bound to go across the wide Missouri. 'Tis 7 long years since last I saw you.
Away, a rolling river.
But Shenandoah, I'll never grieve you.
Away, I'm bound to go across the wide Missouri.
Oh, Shenandoah's a lovely river.
Away, a rolling river.
And I'll not forget you ever.
Away, I'm bound to go across the wide Missouri.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you.
Away, a rolling river.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you.
Away, I'm bound to go across the wide Missouri.
Thanks, Greg. Thank you for including us in the set this afternoon, and hope the rest of the day goes really well. It's been great working with you all, and I'll see you, I'm sure, very soon online.
Thank you all. Uh-oh, are we locked up? Somewhere we got cut off. You're still moving.
I'm
You're
myself.
both on, and we've got to get back to the guys who are live to sing.
Yeah, okay.
That's
And
fine.
I can't unmute them. I can only mute them. So,
All right.
No problem.
and Chris is so.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks again.
Could somebody get Chris to unmute him, you guys?
All right.
Are we back?
We're back at PMFF headquarters. And thank you so much to Lynn and Doug. As I was saying before, this international community is amazing. And I know we've had some trouble with international donations. If you're having any trouble, let us know. We'll figure out another channel for you to get those donations to us, because they are really important. They keep the festival going. Almost all that money goes to pay the performers at the festivals. We have some other expenses, insurance and photocopying and web hosting, but nearly all of it goes to pay the performers. And we've talked a little bit about them. Our headliners, Cliff Haslam, Vienna Carroll, David Coffin. It's going to be a great time. And and Lynn has put together this online auxiliary component. So we're going to be streaming part of the content live from Portsmouth. We're also going to have an online sidecar additional channel part of the festival with Bob Zentz and Sarah Banley. It's going to be great. There's a bunch of workshops there, in addition to the stuff that's going on in and around downtown Portsmouth. Who else is on that list?
We got the Nick? Porterman, Mudhook, London Julian Friends, Skylark Band, Rick and Donna Nestler, Mary Garvey. I love Mary Garvey songs. Heather Wood and Don Sinetti.
That's going to be
will be joining us at places like Market Square, the Moffat Ladd House, Vaughan Mall, the John Langdon House, the John Paul Jones House, the African Burying Ground, and of course the Methodist Church, where we have our Saturday evening featured concerts. Chris pointed out that donations are important to us. I too am really excited about the international piece that we've been able to add. There's a silver line to every cloud, and the pandemic, which kept us from being in person, allowed us to expand our connections. And you just heard two wonderful examples of that. But we need to make this happen. And we're going to have that the streaming portion of our Portsmouth Festival from Moffat Ladd House.
Yes.
Plus what they're putting together as well.
For Sunday, yes.
Yeah, for Sunday, it's going to be absolutely terrific. But we need your support, and so please go online. You can go online from anywhere, I guess. Go online to pmffest.org. That's pmffest.org, and make a donation. And we would greatly appreciate your support. And again, we're on for about another hour or so. And your donation within that hour, like all the donations so far during our fund drive, will be matched by a generous matching challenge from a wonderful supporter. I want to thank Larry and Jean and Fred and Quentin and Jay and Dave and Jason and Katrina and Bill and Carol and Terry and Linda and Lori for their donations so far this evening. I want to thank Ellen for her support. But please keep them coming in. pmffest.org. Thank you so much.
All right, and let's get things rolling with a shanty back here at PMFF HQ.
That's Chris's house.
Yes. Same thing. All right. Which one are we going to do? We're going to do that one. Yes. So this is the fastest halyard shanty I know. What's that? Fastest halyard shanty I know. Someone's knocking at the garden gate.
Hello, somebody, hello.
It's Dirty John, the bully mate.
Hello, somebody, hello.
Oh, Bully John, I knows him well.
Hello, somebody, hello.
Oh, knows him well from the eastern shore.
Hello, somebody, hello.
Oh, Dirty John, he's the mate for me.
Hello, somebody, hello.
He's a bully on land and a bucko at sea.
Hello, somebody, hello.
Oh, 8 little sailors went up to heaven.
Hello, somebody, hello.
Oh, one look back and now there's 7.
Hello, somebody, hello.
Oh, someone's hanging on this here line.
Hello, somebody, hello.
Oh, blighter ought to rise and shine.
Hello, somebody, hello.
Oh, Dirty John, I knows him well.
Hello, somebody, hello.
But now he's gone, he's roasting the fires of
Hello, somebody, hello.
Oh, one more pull and that will do.
Hello, somebody, hello.
And where the boys a kicker through.
Hello, somebody, hello.
I know.
Woo! That's a particular favorite of my friend Mary. She and I run our Middle Mini Festival.
Indeed.
This August in Old Saybrook, Connecticut, and that's her favorite one to sing. Gotta love that one.
That one will get your yard, your topmast yard, sorry, your topsail yard up right quick. I tell you what.
PMFFEST.org. Please, thank you. Jamie.
All right, this song was a poem written in a whaler man's journal from 40 something, it may have been 30 something. It was collected by Gail Huntington, and it's Wings of a Goni. Oh, if I had the wings of a goni, me boys, I'd spread 'em and fly home. I would leave old Greenland's icy shore, but the right whale here there's none. The weather is rough and the winds do blow. There's little comfort here, and I'd sooner be snug in a Deptford pub, a drinking a strong beer. Oh, a man must be mad, or he's wanting money bad to venture catching whales, for he may be drowned when the fish turns around, or his head smashed in by its tail. High overhead the great blue spread. Nope. Though the work seems grand to a young green hand, and his spirits are high when he goes, he does soon
very short burst.
He does soon as hear a curse, as the cry
of there she blows.
There you go. All hands on deck now, for God's sake, move as quickly as you can. And he stumbles on deck, so dizzy and so sick, for his life he don't give a damn. Now, high overhead the great fluke spread, and the mate gives the whale the iron. And soon the blood all in a purple flood. From his spout all comes a flying. Yep. We have a slightly different melody harmony thing going on here.
But it's brilliant.
These trials we bear for nigh on 4 years, till our flying jib points toward home. We're supposed for our toil to get a bonus on the oil and an equal share of the bone. We go to the agent to settle for our trip. It's there we have cause to repent. We slaved away 4 years of our lives. We've earned a £3.10. Oh, if I had the wings of a goni, me boys, I'd spread 'em and fly home. I would leave old Greenland's icy shore, for the right whale here is none. The weather is rough and the winds do blow. There's little comfort here, and I'd sooner be snug in a Deptford pub, a drinking a strong beer.
You guys are good
Oh,
together.
damn, let's rehearse that. I mean, to be clear, we have never sung that together like that before, ever.
So why don't you do something that's very different for session musicians and actually practice?
Yeah.
That was terrific.
You guys are getting a slice of the real thing here.
That was absolutely terrific. We're having this is so much fun here, hanging out on at PMFF headquarters.
I have to tell you guys, it is so much fun. I sit at home and sing into a camera by myself all the freaking time.
Well, that's that's it. That's all we've been doing, and I love the fact we can actually sing together and do harmony.
Yeah.
When we're here, and we'll be doing that on September 24th and 25th in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And I'm so excited about that, and I'm so excited to see all of you. out there. Some of you will show up and sing, and some of you will, of course, be part of our online stream, but you'll hear the kind of music that we've only been able to dream of in the past couple of years. And so that's really, really, really great. Again, our festival is an entirely volunteer festival, and it's run entirely on donations from our people like you out there. And there, of course, you guys are unique, so no people like you, and that's why it's so special. But please, what we're doing now is our last major fundraiser before we get the festival going. There is a match for this last 45 minutes or so, which means anything you donate will be doubled, and that will be so exciting and so wonderful. So go online to pmffest.org, pmffest.org. I think it's the donate thing or a help us thing, and you click on that. Help on that, and there's a way to make a donation. And every donation you make will be worth twice as much because it'll be doubled. And looking forward to that. I'll also be doing my radio show out of Worcester early September. I'll be having a promotional, not a fundraiser for the festival, but a promotional show where we bring in several singers, maybe some of the folks here, and perform some songs for you live on the air. And we did that earlier for the Connecticut Festival, the Connecticut Sea Music Festival, and I got a chance to lead this song. The last time I sang this song before that was at a wedding, of all places.
Here we go.
I did Stan Rogers earlier. I'll do Stan Rogers. No, I know you were doing sort of racy maritime porn earlier, but I'm the only one who will now have 3 songs where I actually swear in them. So that's good. And this does need its chorus. Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. I'm going to start a little lower. Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. A letter of marque came from the king to the scummiest vessel I've ever seen. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Oh, Elsid Barrett tried the town. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. For 20 brave men, all fishermen, who would make for him the Antelope's crew. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Antelope sloop was a sickening sight. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. She'd a list of port and her sails in rags, and the cook in the scuppers for the staggers and jags. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the King's birthday we put to sea. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. We were 91 days to Montego Bay, pumping like madmen all the way. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the 96th day we sailed again. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. When a bloody great Yankee hove in sight, with a crack 4-pounders we made to fight. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Now the Yankee lay low down with cold. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. She was broad and fat and loose in the stays, but to catch her took the Antelope 2 whole days. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Then at length we stood 2 cables away. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Our cracked 4-pounders made an awful din, but with one fat ball the Yanks stove us in. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Antelope shook and pitched on her side. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Barrett was smashed like a bowl of eggs, and the main truck carried off both my legs. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. So here I lay in my 23rd year. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. It's been 6 years since we sailed away, and I just made Halifax yesterday. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Woo!
My neighbors must be wondering what's going on.
Well, maybe they'll make some donations.
Okay. No, I
Yes.
went down to the car. There's some singing thing
There's
going on
the
there.
neighborhood garage band is playing around the corner too.
Well, they're welcome to join us.
I want to say thank you to Lynn and Doug for joining us. They're gonna go on to their next thing, but that was awesome. And again, part of this festival is the international reach. We've had all our performers, I think, are domestic this year, but we've had performers from England, from Canada, from Australia in years previous, and we look forward to continuing that. And your donations make that possible. So pmffest.org/donate. And we also, I want to reiterate that we need volunteers. Do we need volunteers?
We need volunteers.
Oh yeah, we need
please.
volunteers.
Please. We need volunteers.
So pmffest.org/volunteering, or just look for the Help Us tab at the top.
Help us sign up.
We need volunteers, and if you're not sure, you can drop us an email there's an email address at that link, which I don't want to. I'm going to get it wrong if I try to say
volunteers.
Volunteers.
Volunteers at pmffest.org.
So if you're not sure what you want to do, drop us a line, drop Jamie a line, and we'll figure it out.
Everybody about this festival is a volunteer, and it's just so exciting if you want to be part of the adventure as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gail.
So I have a song request to do Baji Nelamy, and it's sung in Irish, so apologies to any native speakers. I did study it there again. So Felamy takes his little boat to the Gola Islands and off the coast of Ireland, and then to Victoria Island, and his little boat, his tiny boat, his lively boat, straight boat, wheeling boat. But at the end of the day, the boat didn't make it, and it crashed with all the fish in it, and Felamy himself. Oh no. It's called Baji Nelamy. Baji Nelamy, Dimi Gogola, Baji Nalamy's Felamian. Baji Nelamy, Dimi Gogola, Baji Nalamy's Felamian. Baji Mira, Baji Miosa, Baji Miosa, Baji Nelamy, Baji Mira, Baji Miosa, Baji Nelamy's Felamian. Baji Nelamy, Dimi Godari, Baji Nelamy's Felamian. Baji Nelamy, Dimi Godari, Baji Nelamy's Felamian. Baji Mira, Baji Miosa, Baji Miosa, Baji Nelamy, Baji Mira, Baji Miosa, Baji Nelamy's Felamian. Baji Nelamy, Precious Victor. Falamian. Oi deny me, Brigidori, oi deny me, Falamian.
Beiden Jostag, beiden Jostag, beiden Elemi, beiden Dera, beiden Jostag, beiden Elemi, Salmian.
Oi deny me, Brigidorish, Gawardikus, Falamian. Oi deny me, Brigidori, Ish, Gawardikus, Falamian.
Beiden Dera, beiden Jostag, beiden Jostag, beiden Elemi, beiden Dera, beiden Jostag, beiden Elemi, Salmian. We have had an assortment of multilingual songs this evening. I think that's wonderful. I hope there were some native Gaelic speakers out there listening to that. That was quite beautiful.
We'll find out.
All right. Well,
Did you understand that?
and they can always go to pmffest.org
What'd you
to
say?
donate, support this wonderful
And you
music.
can either pay us to keep singing that song or to pay us to not sing it again, depending on how you
voice
felt
like
about the
that. We have to
pronunciation.
hear it again. PMFFEST.org.
So well.
Jeff Keller, what do you got?
All right.
All right.
So in 1886, Londoners were being plagued by unlicensed buses. I'm not making this up. That would pretend to be licensed buses and then gouge the passengers once they got them aboard. So this is a music hall song by Boyer and Crook. I am the skipper of the pirate bus, what sails from Island Bay, and my first mate conductor is the dread of the Queen's Highway. With pistol, dagger, and cutlass too, we every morn prepares to try our luck round London town upon unsuspecting fares. Heave-ho-yo-hey, you must come along a me without any squalling fuss, or down you go in the hold below of the pirate omnibus. We love to wait in ambush near the exhibition show. The fat old ants all scramble in, we fill, then off we go. Then I outs with the good old pirate flag and waves it up and down. Says I, before you leave this craft, I wants from each a crown. Heave-ho-yo-hey, you must come along a me without any squalling fuss, or down you go in the hold below of the pirate omnibus. Last week we sailed away, me lads, and what do you think we spied? A company bus bang full of gals sailing down Cheapside. We pulled across her bows, me lads, and raked her fore and aft. We collared the lot, then off we shot, and went like this and laughed. Heave-ho-yo-hey, you must come along with me without any squalling fuss, or down you go in the hold below of the pirate omnibus. We keeps our captives in the hold for various heavy sums, then steers our pirate bus about till a friend with the ransom comes. If the oaf don't show, they walk the plank, yes, over goes the load. Or he cast him adrift with a great big cuss in the wilds of Brompton Road. Heave-ho-yo-hey, you must come along with me without any squalling fuss, or down you go in the hold below of the pirate omnibus.
Whoa!
The pirate bus.
You are hearing songs you won't hear anywhere else, ladies and gentlemen. Here at PMFF HQ.
Pirate bus shanties. That is a first for me. And I think I I think there's only one thing I can follow that with, but
Chris, I think
first,
looking at the time,
yeah,
we'll start with you, go around, and then end with you again. Is that fair?
Wow, is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay,
So we got one more round plus Chris to finish this off.
So time does fly when you're singing songs and having fun with people. This is awesome. So I was going to do a hovercraft shanty to follow that, but I'm not. I'm going to instead do the first song I ever did in Portsmouth. And we mentioned Barry Finn earlier, and some of you saw me do this when Nick changed keys. That's the Barry Finn Memorial key change signifier. He sometimes got up to 4. Yeah. I think once he got up to 5. But when I moved to Portsmouth, I asked my friend Peter Kaysen from San Francisco, what do I do? And he said, go talk to Barry Finn. And so I did. And Barry said, come to the press room. And so I did. And then Barry said, sing a song. And so I did. And this is the song I sang, although I did not yet play concertina at that time. By a storm-torn shoreline, a woman is standing, the spray strung like jewels in her hair, and the sea tore the rocks near that desolate landing, as though it had known she stood there. For she had come down to condemn that wild ocean for the murderous loss of her man. His boat sailed out on Wednesday morning, and it's feared she's gone down with all hands. White were the wave caps and wild was their parting, so fierce is the warring of love. And she prayed to the gods, both of men and of sailors, not to cast their cruel nets or love. Now she has come down to condemn that wild ocean for the murderous loss of her man. His boat sailed out on Wednesday morning, and it's feared she's gone down with all hands. There's a school on the hill where the sons of dead fathers are led towards tempest and gale, with their God-given wings are clipped close to their bodies, and their eyes are bound round with ship sails. And she has come down to condemn that wild ocean for the murderous loss of her man. His boat sailed out on Wednesday morning, and it's feared she's gone down with all hands. What force leads a man to a life filled with danger, high on seas or a mile underground? It's when need is his master and poverty's no stranger, and there's no other work to be found. But she has come down to condemn that wild ocean for the murderous loss of her man. His boat sailed out on Wednesday morning, and it's feared she's gone down with all hands.
Ooh.
Oh,
I
Andy
love
M.
that
Stewart.
accompaniment.
that was beautiful. Thank you, Chris. Chris Madden.
Yeah, and I love that there's that community in Portsmouth, and there was a long running session at the press room, and in 2000, a couple of residents, Jeff Warner, who is quite well known, and Peter Contrastano, a little less so, said, we want to celebrate Portsmouth's maritime heritage and history and music, and we want to do it like a British folk festival. We want it to be in the streets. We don't want it to be like gated off in a park somewhere. So we want it to be in and around downtown Portsmouth, which is lovely, partly because the city burned down like 3 times, and so they built everything in brick, and then it stayed that way. And it's an amazing downtown if you haven't visited. And we're so excited to be able to bring the festival back after 2 unfortunate years off. It's a lovely downtown. I fell in love with it the first time I ever visited, and as soon as I had a chance to move back, I did. And please join us if you can, and if you can't, join us online and toss us a couple coppers. pmffest.org/donate. What you got?
Well, you were just talking about the last few years being really, really challenging.
Were they?
No, just a little bit, maybe. I don't know. And this song, it was collected, and it was another one collected by Gail Huntington from a Whaler Man's journal. And it's called Row On. And it's gotten me through a lot of hard times, and it's still getting me through hard times. And so I'd like to share it with you, because here we are. Clouds are upon the summer sky. There's thunder in the wind. Row on, and homeward high, nor take one look behind. Row on, another day may shine with brighter light. Ply the oars and pull away. There's dawn beyond the night. There where thou goest, the words of love say all that words can say. Changeless affection, strength to prove, and speed upon the way. Row on, another day may shine with brighter light. Ply the oars and pull away. There's dawn beyond the night. Like yonder river would I glide to where my heart would be. My bark should soon outsail the tide that hurries to the sea. Row on, another day may shine with brighter light. Ply the oars and pull away. There's dawn beyond the night. And yet a star shines constant still through yonder cloudy sky, and hope as bright my bosom fills as faith that cannot die. Row on, another day may shine with brighter light. Ply the oars and pull away. There's dawn beyond the night. Row on, God speed the way. Thou canst not linger here. Storms hang about the closing day. Tomorrow may be clear. Row on, another day may shine with brighter light. Ply the oars and pull away. There's dawn beyond the night. Clouds are upon the summer sky.
There's thunder in the wind. Pull on, and homeward hie, nor take one look behind. Row on, another day may shine with brighter light. Climb the oars and pull away. There's dawn beyond the night.
What a great song. I love that song. I heard John Roberts do it just last week at the New Bedford Folk Festival. Love singing it with you. Jamie Bishop, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's so nice to sing with other people. So come to Portsmouth and sing with us and listen to the singing, and it's going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
We've got about 20 minutes left in this adventure on the porch of PMFF HQ in New Hampshire. So please, we still have a matching gift. And so a generous donation would be absolutely wonderful as we endeavor to bring you the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival live and in person for the first time since 2019. Seems like forever.
Woo-hoo, yeah, it does.
In Portsmouth, New Hampshire, along with a streaming portion so that we can enjoy a connection with our newfound international sisters and brothers as this goes on. Go to pmffest.org. That's pmffest.org, pmffest.org, and contribute. We love it. It'll be matched. It's going to be wonderful. Charles Edward Carroll was a New Yorker like me. Yes, I was born and raised in New York. As a matter of fact, he was born and raised only a few blocks from where I was born and raised, but he was born in 1841, so he was gone.
So you missed him by 3 years?
Yeah. It feels that way sometimes. He was a journalist, a poet, a children's author, and he loved to write parodies. And there was a sea song called 10,000 Miles Away, and he took it and he played with it, and his version has become far more well-known and more popular than the original. It's a song my parents taught me when I was a child. I loved to sing it with them, and it's the second song I ever sang at the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival, along with my son, because he was there that day when we came, and he and I sang this as a duet. Again, it's got a chorus, but it's more of a tongue-twisting, tongue-tying chorus than the last. But I think some of you folks know it. Capital ship for an ocean trip was the walloping window blind. No wind that blew dismayed her crew nor troubled the captain's mind. The man at the wheel was made to feel contempt for the wildest blow. Though it often appeared when the gale had cleared, he'd been in his bunk below. So blow you winds hi-ho, a rove and I will go. I'll stay no more on England's shore, but let the music play. I'm off on the morning train across the raging main. I'm off to my love with a boxing glove 10,000 miles away. The boatswain's mate was very sedate and fond of amusement too. He played hopscotch with the starboard watch while the captain tickled the crew. The gunner we had was apparently mad, for he sat on the after rail, and he fired salutes with the captain's boots in the teeth of a booming gale. So blow you winds hi-ho, a roving I will go. I'll stay no more on England's shore, so let the music play. I'm off on the morning train across the raging main. I'm off to my love with a boxing glove 10,000 miles away. The captain sat on the Commodore's hat and dined in a royal way, of pickles and figs and little roast pigs and gunnery bread each day. The cook of us Dutch had behaved as such, for the diet he served the crew. Was a couple of tons of hot cross buns served up with sugar and glue. So blow you winds hi-ho, a rove and I will go. I'll stay no more on England's shore, so let the music play. I'm off on the morning train across the raging main. I'm off to my love with a boxing glove 10,000 miles away. Then we all fell ill as mariners will, on a diet that's rough and crude, and we shivered and shook as we dipped the cook in a tub of his gluesome food. All nautical pride we cast aside as we ran the vessel ashore on the Gulliby Isles with the poo-poo smiles and the rubbly of Doug's roars. So blow you winds hi-ho, a rove and I will go. I'll stay no more on England's shore, so let the music play. I'm off on the morning main, across the raging main. I'm off to my love, the boxing glove, 10,000 miles away. Composed of sand was that favored land, and trimmed with cinnamon straws, and pink and blue was the pleasing hue of the tickle-toe teaser's claws. We sat on the edge of a sandy ledge and shot at the whistling bee, while the ring-tailed bats wore waterproof hats as we dipped in the shining sea. So blow you inside ho, a robe and I will go. I'll stay no more on England's shore, so let the music play. I'm off on the morning train, across the raging main. I'm off to my love, the boxing glove, 10,000 miles away. On rug-bug bark from dawn till dark, we dined till we all had grown, uncommonly shrunk when a Chinese junk came up from the terrible zone. She was stubby and square, but we didn't much care, and we cheerily put to sea. And we left all the crew of the junk to chew on the bark of the rug-bug tree. So blow you inside ho, a roving I will go. I'll stay no more on England's shore, so let the music play. I'm off on the morning train, across the raging main. I'm off to my love with a boxing glove, 10,000 miles away. I've often felt that there's a little bit of Edwin Lear there, there's a little bit of Lewis Carroll's Jabberwocky. It's that era. But that's always fun to sing, and I want people to know I was not looking at the words. He was watching the money except to keep the verse order, which is hard in that one. But thank you all for, again, you could pay me for not singing that if you like. But go to PMFFEST.org. We got about 10, 12 minutes left. And life is an adventure, but we're going to hear from Gail, from Jeff, and from Chris as we wrap up this excitement here. PMFFEST.org. Please, thank you. September 24th. I'm going to shut up now. Go ahead, Gail.
I'm going to sing a shanty.
Yes!
True blue shanty called Roll Alabama Roll.
Which has a Portsmouth connection.
Oh my goodness.
The Kearsarge, which features in the next to last verse, I think, was built at the Portsmouth Naval Yard, which technically it's in Kittery, Maine, but Portsmouth kind of claims it.
Yeah.
We've learned the line. When the Alabama keel was laid,
roll, Alabama, roll.
She was laid in the yard of Jonathan Laird.
Oh, roll, Alabama, roll.
She was laid in the yard of Jonathan Laird.
Roll, Alabama, roll.
She was laid in the town of Birkenhead.
Oh, roll, Alabama, roll.
Down Mersey Channel she sailed then.
Roll, Alabama, roll.
And Liverpool gave her guns and men.
Oh, roll, Alabama, roll.
Into Cherbourg harbor she sailed one day.
Roll, Alabama, roll.
To collect her share of the prize money.
Oh, roll, Alabama, roll.
And many a sailor met his doom.
Roll, Alabama, roll.
When the Yankee ship hauled into view.
Oh, roll, Alabama, roll.
A shot from the forward pivot that day.
Roll, Alabama, roll.
Blew the Alabama's gear away.
Oh, roll, Alabama, roll.
Off the 3-mile limit in 64.
Roll, Alabama, roll.
She sank to the bottom of the ocean floor. Oh,
Kearsarge. That's interesting.
The one,
The Yankee ship that's mentioned there. That's the Kearsarge.
And what's the French connection to that song?
The French connection is that Cherbourg Harbor. So it was on a point in Benoit, if you're still listening, in northwestern France, and people took picnic lunches out to watch the battle. And Manet, the Impressionist, sat there and sketched the battle and made a painting out of it.
That's right.
From his eyewitness viewing of just watching.
So you have a wonderful and classic Impressionist painting of the Kearsarge taking out the Alabama. I just think that's lovely. It's and I love Manet.
Sit on the hill and watch the battle in plein air.
We have 2 more songs, ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up, and I'd like to again thank everyone who's donated so far. Again, we got about 5 or 10 minutes of matching possibilities here. We're doing okay, but we could always use more as
plenty left on that match,
and we're plenty left on the match, and we also need to pay our performers, who are wonderful performers coming from all around the country, and it'll be a great show.
You're the only people who get paid.
It's not today's performers.
Not today's performers. No.
We're not getting paid.
Although Chris brought me a root beer, but not today's performers, but all the wonderful performers who are coming at our festival: Cliff Haslam, David Coffin, Vienna Carroll, Don Sinetti, Heather Wood, Mary Garvey, Rick and Donna Nestler, Skylark Trad Band, London Julie and Friends, Mudhook, and the Portermen. 24th and 25th of September in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
It's going to be so good.
So good to see you there. It's going to be awesome. Fun. And please go right now. You're listening online, so go online to PMFFest.org. Make a donation and keep us going. /donate.
Gee.
All right, so Jeff, you got a song?
Yeah. Another shanty.
Yay. A real shanty this time. We're not on a bus or a.
Nope, not this one. Old Storm along is dead and gone, way Storm along, John. Old Stormy's gone, that good old man. Way, Mr. Storm along, John. He slipped his cable off Cape Horn, way Storm along, John. Close by the place where he was born, way Mr. Storm along, John. Old Stormy heard the angels call, way Storm along, John. So sing his dirge now, one and all, way Mr. Storm along, John. An able seaman, brave and true, way Storm along, John. A good old shipmate to his crew, way Mr. Storm along, John. He's moored at last, he's furled his sail, way Storm along, John. He's safe at last from storm and gale, way Mr. Storm along, John. Old Stormy's gone, what shall we do, way Storm along, John. Old Stormy's gone, and we'll go too, way Mr. Storm along, John. Old Stormy's gone, old storm and blow, way Storm along, John. I think it's time we roll and go, way Mr. Storm along, John.
Nicely done.
Oh, beautiful job.
Nicely done.
Well done.
Jeff Keller, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's time to cut everybody off because the drinks are starting to smell left and right.
He's drinking Coke.
It makes your hands shake.
Yeah. And he's drinking root beer.
I had a Coke too. Got to keep you awake for the ride home.
So, Thank you all for joining in. Those of you who are watching this recorded, you can still toss us a couple coppers. The match might still be in effect, depending on...
The match will remain in effect until
it gets used up?
No. The match will remain in effect, I believe, until Monday morning.
Okay. So if you're watching this recorded later on, please donate. And even if you're after the match, we rely on donations. We rely on volunteers. So PMFFest.org.
Your money will still be good.
Yes.
Even if you don't get matched, every penny helps.
Yes. PMFFest.org. Click on Help Us. You can donate. You can volunteer. Volunteering is a great way to get embedded in the festival, to get front row seats to stuff, to get to know some of the performers.
And to join an incredible community of people all over New England.
I started as a volunteer.
Yeah. And now look at him.
It's scary.
Thank you, brother.
So please join us. Please throw us some money. Please help out. And if you can't make it this year, put it on your calendar for next year, because we are going to keep doing this. As long as we have the money to pay our performers, we're going to keep doing this. And that's what this is about. We're actually okay for this year, but we'll be broke if we don't get more donations. So we need to be ready for next year so we can keep rolling and keep the music going on the streets of Portsmouth. So we're going to close with the traditional closing song of the Portsmouth Shanty Sing, and also the Gloucester Shanty Sing, and a couple others. And this is how we typically end the Portsmouth Maritime Folk Festival. It's a lovely song by, I always forget which one it was. It was Bert Lloyd, I think. It's Bert Lloyd.
Yes.
And it's a lovely harmony song, and it's so nice to sing with other people.
Even with us.
Even with these.
Even with us.
No one is safe from the gale here. Come all you bold seamen, wherever you're bound, and always let Nelson's proud memory go round, and pray that the wars and the tumults may cease, for the greatest of gifts is a sweet lasting peace. May the Lord put an end to these cruel old wars, and bring peace and contentment to all our brave tars. Thank you all so much. Visit our website, get on our email list, follow our Facebook page, volunteer, donate, and we'll see you in September in person or online. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much. Safe sailing. Take care, my friends.
Bye.